Hey, it's been a while. It's doing a spring checkup here on my 20 acres. I haven't checked trail cameras in a while, so I'm gonna put new batteries, change the time because we sprung ahead there, and then I'm gonna look for just deer sign. I've seen deer from the house all winter, here and there, hit and miss. But I just kind of want to look around, maybe find a shed or two. Look for deer sign, look at deer browse, and we'll just go ahead and start walking and walk the perimeter and get these trail cameras done and go from there. So I had a few nice quality bucks on the property last year, and during season you don't get to I don't really roam around a lot, so finding some couple nice rubs here on these popple trees, aspen trees. It's a 2 or 3 inch tree. It's an okay buck to be picking on that. So it's one of the indications of seeing that and knowing that. And so far, seeing lots of deer scat, fresh, nothing out of the ordinary yet, but so yeah, so far so good. So I was in this stand right above me here a few times because of the wind, and this is a good east wind, southeast wind, south wind, stuff like that, because it's right on the property line and I can sneak into it. But I noticed I need to get further down the property line. I just don't know how I'm going to do that with limited resources. There's limited trees. I'd like to dig out a little pond over here. I'm going to go look at that real quick. But first, I want to show you, I did a little bit of hinge cutting here. I needed some shooting lanes out of that blind right behind me. So I had this saw with me one day, and it was February. So I just quick cut these down and gave the deer and other animals a quick little snack. But that's about it there. Don't know if you can see this cut right here. So all the way around, about 3/4 of the way around, wrap around. You see it's wet because the sap and the maples are getting active because it's getting warmer. Well, this tree did not fall, and I did not push it over. I did a little bit of an experiment. Now, eventually we get a big windstorm or something like that. Another tree falls on it. It'll push over, and that's okay. But it's still standing pretty much straight up. Again, I just needed to cut this stuff to create some brush, and it'll hide me getting in, and I needed some shooting lane. So I've checked 3 of my Browning trail cameras so far, and I'm sure the SD cards are full, but haven't had to replace the batteries yet. Bought this battery box thing with me. But what I'm going to try to do different this season is really try to get into some cell cameras. I just check them too much. I really screw up my own hunting by doing that, and I'm gonna really look into 1, at least maybe 2 cell cameras. If you have any suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them. It's just I know they're pretty pricey and stuff, but I really think it'd really help my situation out here on the 20 acres. So over that, on my shoulder there, that is my #1 stand. I sit in 95% of the time here. The majority of the deer come by here. You'll notice, I got a licking branch here, but behind me here, you'll notice all high stem count of popple, maple, brush, cherry, 1 inch, and there's a little low area over here. I'll walk over here just a sec. I'm walking through here. It's really brushy. seat. Sorry for the bouncing around, but bucks love this stuff. They bed in here. They walk through here. Now, there's not water in here all the time. It's springtime, and there is. Now, it depends on the weather, how much there is. Now, this does open up, and then there's some humps and bumps, but they really just gravitate right around here. And there'll be tons of rubs in here. It's right on the property line. What I think I might be doing, one of my goals is, if I have the resources, is to dig this out and pile all of what I dig out of here along the property line, so I can't see that way, basically. And I'll leave this on this side brushy, and they bed up in here, and I'll have be able to get some access in here. So that's one of my goals. A big old pile of scat. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. And you can get an idea of population of deer just by counting scat. And the QDMA, well, formerly QDMA, now the NDA, National Deer Association, has a formula for counting that. Here is a property line post right here. Now, I am very fortunate to have pretty good neighbors. Neighbor to my south here, they have 160, and they don't mind if I sit on the property line. My other neighbor here is very cordial, and have a pretty good relationship with them. So one of my goals is to try to get a stand right here. And this is that overlooking that swampy area. Wind would be an issue, but my biggest issue right now is to try to get here. Yeah, here's the property line, so that's the biggest issue. And if I dug this out, I could pile up the dirt here, and I could maybe walk right in behind that. But wish list. I'm standing in the middle of water, swamp, and I've only been in this spot a couple, well, I know about it. I've been here a few times, but quick, I just want to show you this view, and then I'll show you the other view. But there's probably a couple acres that's just unusable. And I don't see deer. They basically go around this. I can use it as my advantage. Well, there really isn't a spot over here to sit, but as a pinch point, if you will. So I want to quick share that. Here's the other side. You can see that ice and snow back there, a little bit of ice still. So I guess I didn't realize along my west line how big this white oak was. It's right on the line. I don't really even know whose it is. But this has got to produce. I mean, this sucker's 80 feet tall. And there's obviously branches on my side, but I hunted for the first time. I'll show you really quick where that is, but seen a lot of deer. I just can't see in here. It's really, really thick in here. I just, again, leave this west line for the deer and for bedding, but maybe I should somehow find a way to snake in here. I don't know why I'm resetting the times on these. Should just let it go for fall. Time doesn't really matter till then, but so it be. Okay, here's that stand that's right on the west line, and here's my power line food plot, and my food plot over there along the road. The road, gravel road, is right over there. Now, quick on doe and doe families, they're going to tolerate our house and our scent over food. That trumps food any day of the week. Bucks, on the other hand, really don't want to be around other deer unless they're yearling bucks. 2.5 will tolerate a little bit, but anything older than that, they're not going to want to be around other deer, and they're certainly not going to be around people very often. So that is why I have my set up for pre-rut and rut chase phase, And this past season, I do believe that the breeding season was 90% over by November 15th around here. But that's my opinion. That's my guess from my observations. I only changed batteries on this camera here. This camera is video. Look at this rub. Huh? And I'm gonna show you what my bucks do right here. So here's my line. My northwest line. See, I got some switchgrass trying to get up and block that, and I got some little spruce trees, Norway, that I've planted. It's probably 3 years now. They're growing pretty slow. As best was just the best to just let nature take its course, and hopefully the switchgrass will continue to block me. Okay, you can see the gravel road right there. This is northwest corner of the property. So the bucks live over there, and I call them my bucks. But they do the rounds, and it's a big it's a drainage ditch, Isabella County drain, and they run that ditch, but they'll come out in this field here. This is their seek phase, by the way, and rutting, and no one touches them over there. It's pretty tough to get over there as a human. Really isn't huntable. I guess there is some guy that hunts the field, but it's kind of unhuntable. You'd have to, I say that I haven't been over there, so, but that's where they go, and that's where they stay, and that's where they stay safe. That's why they're there. 4-year-old, North Central Michigan, Misscampus Gigantus update. So it's sandier soil here, but it gets lots of sun. I didn't plant them thick enough, or wide enough. They should be probably 4-6 rows wide or wider if I wanted to block this off. Now when they were green, it blocked the road off pretty good. But I probably should add a few more rows. You can see it's just not very wide at all. And these have to have a good growing season and tassel out to expand their perimeter. And they just simply have not done it. I think they've only tasseled once or twice in the 4 years I planted them. So keep that in mind. March 17th, 2021, property tour. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, because at least you get a notification. These videos, I just cannot stay consistent with them. About the only way you're going to know new video comes out is if you subscribe. And I really appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless.